Skavetta music.
Fat ass dad. Yo, welcome. Thank you for stopping back in and tuning in with the Spaced Out podcast. It's a beautiful day outside. Peace, love, and positivity. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and you comment. Man, we got an episode for you today. We got Big Boss Blossom up in the building from Atlanta. Yo, what's going on? How you doing today?
What's up? You know, everything big and shit little, hello. But let me just make sure, like, we do not get this misconstrued. I'm not from Atlanta. I am from Buffalo, New York. I live in Atlanta.
Yeah. I was gonna say that. I wasn't gonna fuck it up on you, you know? So you came from Atlanta. I seen you was on you putting in work right now.
Oh, yeah,
trying to get on all the podcasts while you out here. Mm-hmm. So you on vacation back in Buffalo right now?
I wouldn't say vacation. I just had some business I had to handle, and I like to, whenever I do anything, I like to make it make sense. I'm always working, so I turned it into a super busy business trip.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. Now, when did you make the move from Buffalo to Atlanta?
I moved around, I want to say around 2018, the end of 2018.
Okay. And what made you make that move?
In 2015, I made a move to Miami. That was my first, but I was a little young. So I went to Miami and I kind of got a taste of different scenery, different opportunities. So I kind of always had a plan on, relocating just because Buffalo just was too little for me. Like, I got so many things that I be want to do, and it's just impossible to do here just because of resources alone.
Right.
So I went back from Miami to, get myself a little more stable. I was a little too young. I really didn't know what I was doing. So once I, got myself stable, I had a child. So I wanted to wait a little bit for her to be able to talk before I could make a move. Because I knew, when you make that move, you're going to have to, So, I really she was talking. And it was about that time. I was kind of actually stable. I was at a real good place when I moved. Probably more stable than I ever was out here. I had a good job, good side hustle, making great money. I was the chicken wing dip lady. And everything was cool, but I still wasn't happy. And I just feel like because it just I wasn't fulfilling everything that I wanted to do. So I really took a risk. I left my good job, left my good situation, nice house, nice car. I had everything that I needed. But like I said, I just wanted to be happy. So I went for what I knew.
So you visited Atlanta before you moved there?
I visited Atlanta twice before I moved. But I knew Atlanta was where I wanted to go because Atlanta was real big on music. I always was into music since I was a little girl. So I always heard so much about Atlanta through music.
Yeah.
So I definitely knew Atlanta was where I wanted to go, even whether I liked it when I got there or not.
Yeah. So you said that you've been loving music since you were a little girl. Mm-hmm. When did you start making music?
I started making music about 2.5 years ago. I started really making it and pushing my own music about 2.5 years ago.
So you just took the risk? Or is you nah, I could do this shit?
I mean, I wouldn't call it a risk because I'm just a very determined person. That's where my name come from, Big Boss Blossom. I don't just say that for fun. I say it because I'm the type of person, I can honestly say I conquered everything that I attempted to conquer. Like, I don't play. The only thing I ain't complete yet is getting to where I want to be with music, but that's in the process.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie, I did everything I wanted to do in life already. So I know what I want and I go get it, and I don't take no for an answer. So when I recorded one song, I wrote it first because I always wanted to do it, and I always just sit down and try, but my attention span and my thought process wouldn't let me sit and write a song. I felt like it used to take too long for me to write one song, and I'm like, I ain't about to be doing this all day. But one day I was out there, I'm like, man, all right, I'm about to just try. I wrote the one whole song, I went and recorded it, and I liked it. I still like it. So that's all I needed. Once I seen I could do it one time and it wasn't that long, I was like, oh, okay, I could do it. And I just did it, and I just ran it through the mud ever since the first day I wrote the first song and recorded it.
What was is it on Spotify?
It's a freestyle. It's a remix to King Von Crazy Story.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of listened to it. It's on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was trying to, but it was like such a short span time since we started, like, to how much I could listen to. And I was like, yo, damn. But you got some fire ass shit.
Thank you.
Like, you got mad potential.
Thanks.
I see it. Like, you killing it already, but like only been doing it 2 years. Like, there's so much potential, like, to even like expand even more, like, as an artist.
Right.
Like, conquering, like, so what other things have you conquered that you like have done?
Well, I worked before I started doing music. I was big with like, I always had 2 jobs because I just always wanted to be able to do what I wanted to do, and I knew that I was gonna need some money to do that.
Yeah.
So I worked in a lot of different fields, like a work, like some that people would probably be like, oh wow. Like, I always worked with kids. So I had a lot of jobs with like detention homes, group homes, and stuff like that. So, and I still do stuff like that. That's what keep me rounded, like working with youth, because I was a little badass kid, and I came a long way, like mentally, maturity, everything. So I always, like, I feel like I can understand them kids, and them kids, they gonna listen to me because they know I'm not just nobody that don't know what I'm talking about, trying to tell them something. So I was doing that. I worked at schools. I was a teacher assistant before I moved. That was my good job before I moved in the Buffalo Public Schools. So I did that. I worked with autistic kids, kids in the social services, all of that. And I worked in the prisons. When I first went to Georgia, the first thing I did was worked in the prison.
Like a children's prison?
No, I thought I was applying for like a juvenile prison, but it was a female state penitentiary.
How was that? What was that like? Because I always get told, like, my homies, because I was in the Army, so my homies, after they get out, they go and do jobs still that, like, it's still military like, and they, like, some of them went and they're like, yo, this is just being like you're in jail. Like,
it was an experience. I think it was kind of cool for me. It was kind of like, in a weird kinky way, it was cool for me because, like, I was outside. I was in the streets real bad, more than I even thought I was, for real. And I used to be going to jail a lot too. Like, my rap sheet is crazy, but my criminal convictions is none. So that's the only reason I was still able to work there.
yeah.
But it was kind of cool to me that I was able to be there without being there, like being stuck in there. Yeah. But it was like the female prison, I was at like the level 6 in Georgia female prison. All of the murderers, killers, they was all in there. And it was cool. It just, females, you know, I ain't do that on purpose.
Females. Yeah.
I got into an altercation with a female there, like my first week out of training.
What happened? You had to press the button.
The girl, she was in locked down, and she was just screaming. Like, she just, like, for no reason. I ain't really do nothing to the girl. She just was wilding. And I'm just like, yo, why is you screaming? Like, why are you screaming in a lockdown cell? I'm like, just talk to me if you that mad. Talk to me when you get to population. And she was like, oh, I be having so many. Like, she just got louder. And I'm like, then why are you still talking? She's like, you know what, you're right. And she stopped talking. And then, like, probably like an hour later, they had told me that I could give showers. And when you go to training, they tell you, like, if somebody is threatening you and, you know, displaying danger, you don't, you know, you can leave them where they are. Me, being me, not being scared of nothing, especially not a female. I asked the girl, does she want a shower? You want a shower? I asked her, did she want a shower? She said, yeah. And I let her out to get a shower. And when I let her out, she slipped one of her handcuffs off. And she was like, okay, I'm in population now. And I'm like, girl. And then she, like, put her hands up. So, you know, I'm from the streets. So I put mine up and we did what we had to do. Now, it was like the only thing that was kind of crazy about it was because she still had one of her handcuffs on. Mm-hmm. So it's like, but I could fight. So I really wasn't worried about that. But I was worried about that damn handcuff coming. Because whether she missed a hit or not, the handcuff is coming. And that's a metal, you know.
Or she could grab that shit and use it.
Right. So I just basically, I really used strategy. Like, in my head, we was coming up against a wall. And I kind of, like, in my head, I'm like, should I play this wall and risk the inevitable? Or should I just rush her so I could be on the top of the, you know? So I just, like, kind of rushed her so I can land on top of her. And when I rushed her, I definitely had to take a hit. But I'd rather take one hit and I'm on top of you than run into a wall and you got to still handcuff on your hand. So that was it. Like, they kind of broke it up. It really wasn't none too crazy, but I was already leaving the prison too. So I was like, yeah, me and working with females, it just, because I'm not scared of them and I should be. I should be, because we in two different situations in life where the girl I found out had nothing to lose. She was the same age as me with a life sentence.
Yeah, and that's wild.
And I got everything to lose. So I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah. But yeah, I did that. But, like, as far as, like, conquering stuff, I said I conquered, like, I done met a lot of people that I probably never thought I would meet. Well, I ain't gonna say never thought, because, like I said, I always in the back of my head had a plan. I was gonna do everything I wanted to do. But I done, you know, met a lot of people, a lot of iconic people. And I'm able to, like, really associate with these people. Like, got phone numbers, like, you know, they see me, we speak, like, stuff like that. And I was always into photography as well. So I went to performing arts school for acting from, like, 5th grade to 11th. But when I got into high school, I wanted to switch to, like, TV and film because I really wanted to take pictures. But they didn't let me. They said I was supposed to do that at an early time. But so I did photography, though. I started a little bit before I moved. I was taking pictures in clubs and stuff. But when I was younger, I used to go and take people pictures. And I don't know if y'all remember, like, Picnic or, like, when MySpace, people used to do all the writing and the effects on their pictures.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I used to do that for people. Like, I used to do that and send them their pictures.
Write their name on it and do the backgrounds and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I used to do that. So when I got there, I started doing photography, and I used to shoot a lot of celebrities. And I was doing modeling at the same time. I just be working myself like a fiend. So I was doing modeling. I still do that just, you know, because it complements the music. So I did that. And I feel like I do pretty much everything I do really pretty well.
Yeah.
So, like, things that I want to do, like, I travel. I pretty much go where I want to when I can. Like, I'm very well connected in a lot of different states. That's something I always wanted to be able to do. I never wanted to be stagnated in one place. I feel like it's so much you don't know.
Right.
When you just only have resources in one state.
No, that's facts. And that's a huge problem with people in Buffalo. Because they stuck here. and they're not trying to leave and go. Like they only think that like going to like and doing things in Buffalo is gonna make them somebody.
No, it's absolutely
Like you gotta travel.
not. Nobody's done it like that.
Nah,
because Buffalo is
where you live. Anyone where you live, they're not gonna show you love.
No, that's not true. That's not true. But Buffalo, it is true. In Buffalo, it is true. Like it's a lot of jealousy. It's a lot of crab in a bucket energy.
Yeah.
So even though, we can't say, oh, that person's bad for that person bad. It's just it's a aura because of so much hurt and depression. And it's so hard to do a lot that people just, it's not easy to see somebody else doing good. It's not easy because it's something they probably might not ever achieve or don't think they can achieve it or don't have the confidence to do it.
Yeah.
But that's not true in a lot of places. Like it's in Atlanta for one. Like the people that are from Atlanta that do their music, first of all, they don't leave. Almost every rapper that's from Atlanta that blew up still live in Atlanta. And it's because of the support and love that they get. They don't never want to leave because they ain't getting it like that nowhere, no matter how big they is.
Yeah.
So Atlanta is one of them places. I heard about a few other places that is like
That's
that.
like Texas too.
They said Houston is like that.
Yeah.
Like you could be a local star and live great in Houston.
Yo, I feel like Texas because Texas is so big. Mm-hmm. Like, and you're just a star in Texas.
Right.
Like, shout out Big X the Plug. That man killing it right now. And him and Mexican OT. Like, and they just like blew up. First, it was all of Texas listening to them. Now in this mainstream, it became mainstream. And that's just dope to see. Like states like that. And I wish, like, imagine if people here in Buffalo was like.
If they was, it would be so easy for people to blow up because it's already like, whether they like it or not, they still do it. Like even when I was always like a well-known person in Buffalo. So when I was selling food, I told you I was really selling food. And when I tell you I was slanging that food, I was making better money than some people standing on the block selling weed. And it's because I was making food after I got off work in my house and then going and selling it. Yes. And it was because like it's so small that everybody know everybody. So once you know a good amount of people, you can sell anything.
Yeah.
Like it. Man, if Buffalo, I don't know how I be trying to figure it out, how to change a mindset. It's just, I feel like it's going to take for more people to blow up, for people to have the confidence and feel comfortable supporting this person because they know if I want to do it, I can. It's obtainable. I think that's part of the problem.
Yeah. So what do you got going on right now? Like, are you doing tours and stuff like that?
I'm planning for it. I'm working on a mixtape I'm dropping, and I'm gonna drop it on my birthday, October 16th.
Okay. And
it's gonna be like a variety of music because I got so much music that I've been sitting on because it's different. Like, I don't know, people on the outside don't understand. It's different formulas into breaking yourself as an artist. And a lot of times the best one is to not put out so much music, but to push one really good piece of music.
Yeah.
But I make a lot of music and I got one song that I'm pushing and that's Hello. So I do plan on like going on tour and stuff for that one. But I feel like for my current fans, for me to sit on one song, that's not fair to them because they ready to hear what's new.
Yeah.
So I'm dropping a mixtape with a variety of different music, and I feel like it'll do good because it will help diversify my fan base because it's different types of music. So I got that, and I just recently shot half of a Pretty Buffalo song, and I'm gonna be shooting the other half tomorrow. So that'll be something to come out, and that's like a confidence booster from girls from Buffalo. It's basically, showing love to females in Buffalo.
That's what's up. You got Hello, and you shot that video in Atlanta?
Yeah, I shot that in Atlanta.
Okay. And so like, what's your like creative process like for writing a song?
It really just depends. Like sometimes I have cause I really prefer songwriting than just freestyle or just punching. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
When you just punch in and whatever comes, you say it at that moment. I can do that, and I do like it when I do that. But I feel like it's purposeless music when you do that. When you write and your music has purpose and your song has a theme. So it really depends. Sometimes I will go punch, but most of the time I have I have a bunch of different ideas of what I want to write about. Like I wrote a song about Pink. I had to sit down and really brainstorm everything about Pink and then put it into a form. Or like I like to write songs with storylines. Of course, you got to sit down and write it and plan it out.
Right.
So, and I think it just go either way. Sometimes I could listen to some beats and be like, oh, okay, I like this beat. I can write to this. Or I might have a concept and then I find a beat that I feel like is fitting that concept.
Now you said for this mixtape that it's gonna be like different genres, like different music. Do you mean like different genres of music, or like different rap styles?
Like it's some melodic type of tracks. It's some tracks like Lovey Dovey maybe, or Street, or Turn Up Club, or like stuff like that. Like I think I have like a Afrobeat type of song. Yeah, stuff like that. It's just not the same style. And the point of that, and then like I got a song about my daughter. Like so basically different scenarios, different, like it's just not, it's something to where your fan base has to grow, because not everybody that listens to my music is gonna like every song. And it's because every song is gonna be targeting a different type of person.
Like a different audience. Yeah, that's what's
Right.
up. Like how you just said you drop in the Pretty Buffalo, like, and that's geared towards women in Buffalo.
Right.
And that's what's up. Like I get that. That concept is dope. And when did how did you think of this concept to do something like this?
Cause I be trying to come up with ways to put the city on. I be trying to come up with ways to bring stuff together, to bring just to make it make sense, to put light on the city. Cause I feel like it has a lot of potential, but it's just ain't nobody doing it right. They ain't doing it to where people is welcoming like each other. It's so much jealousy that it kind of outweighs the support. So I be just trying to come up with different little ways to do stuff. Like I want to do a Buffalo Zone mixtape, and I want to do like feature artists in Buffalo. But the only way I'm gonna do it is like I need the people that I'm working with to agree that you might not like the person on that last track before yours, but it ain't about that. It's about Buffalo. It ain't about an individual person. It ain't about an individual side. It's about Buffalo. And it's like that's what we got to get people to understand. Like they do it in other cities. We just ain't got it yet.
Yeah, so that's dope that you said that, because that's what I'm doing right now is dropping a mixtape. Like on September 30th. So I'll grab I just picked artists that I've already had on the podcast and putting them out all on the mixtape together. Like, but it's whether they like him, the person or not. Like, you're going to be on the same mixtape with people. Mm-hmm. Like, it don't matter. It's just so that I could push y'all out more. Like, more people can hear you. People can hear, someone's going to share it that never shared it, and someone can hear your song and like you and like start listening to your music and give you plays after plays after plays. Mm-hmm. Like, if 5 people share it, that's like 20, 30 fucking other people are gonna see that just off of one person.
Mm-hmm. Nah, for sure. That's what's up.
And it's pretty dope because the one dude, Dwayne's Primo, he dropped me 2 songs with like super famous rappers in it. Like we got a Crazy Bone on it, and a Bryson Tiller track.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, yo, what the fuck? And I played them. Shits were fire. So I dropped them the first 2 singles. And then those shits blew up.
Oh, yeah, that's lit.
Yeah. So, you said we were talking about the tours.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you're gonna do the Hello tour.
Mm-hmm.
So because you're dropping all singles, it seems like, right?
That's what I was doing, but I'm gonna put it into a project.
Yeah, into the mixtape.
Right.
Yeah, because it does seem like the music industry is like a lot of people are just dropping singles.
Yeah, they do, and that's their formula, but it's not for me.
Yeah,
my
yeah.
attention span, I just feel like I can't keep having my fan base only rocking with one song. Like,
Yeah.
I don't care if everybody ain't been tuned in yet. I'm about to give my people something to listen to, and I mean, it's music. I can make more.
Like I know, like you talking about like on a weekly basis type thing.
No,
Like
I'm gonna drop a whole project. The project gonna be about, I think I'm already at like 14 songs. It's gonna be enough for where once I look at the analytics and see what song is, getting streamed the most, I'll, push that one, put a plan behind it, and deal with that one for a little bit, then go to the next. But I'm gonna drop it to where the whole body of music is out for everyone to listen to, and then when I look at my numbers and see which song is worth, giving some more individual attention to, that's how I'm gonna do it.
Oh yeah. Damn, you got that shit down to a science.
Oh yeah, I'm a nerd when it comes to what I want to do. I research and study so I can know what I'm doing and come up with a plan for it.
Oh yeah. So who are your like biggest influence?
Biggest influence, like, for music?
Yeah. Like music, life, like
Music,
and because
life?
like that's hard to say because like people are like music, like who do you listen to now? If I asked you that, like who's your favorite artist? Like for me, I can't tell you because there's so many artists that like I like and
like,
listen to.
My favorite artist right now, I don't know. I don't really have a favorite artist because I really be focusing on my stuff and I just like music. So if I hear it and I like it, I'm playing it. I don't really have one specific person right now. But like of all time, like my favorite rapper is Lil Wayne.
Bars.
So yeah.
What about the influences?
What you mean?
Like your biggest influences in life?
Influences in life. I mean, I don't know. I just see everybody for what they do and I don't know. I don't be having it. They always ask me this question, like in interviews and in school, and I never had an answer. I don't know why. Like I was a big fan of like Michael Jackson when I was little. Like just cause he just did so much stuff and he just like portrayed to be like Superman. But I liked him. I'm kind of into different stuff though now. Like I be like researching billionaires and stuff. Like I'm just trying to I be liking to pay attention to people with different minds because that's what it's about. It ain't really about one person. It's about the minds and what they do differently to get them where they at. I'm trying to learn all that. So I don't know. I can't answer that question. I never could.
Yo, shit. Yo, it's crazy because like you're like it seems like you're like a super nerd. Like you just like to like sit and read all day.
You know what's funny? I do not like reading.
Nah?
I do it because you need to and you have to.
Yeah.
But to sit and read books, I know I should. But
I can't do it.
It's the internet.
Yeah.
If I'm not going to read, if I can find what I'm looking for on the internet, I'm going to read it on the internet or I'm going to watch it on the internet.
Yeah.
But I do research a lot because I like to learn. I feel like the more you know and the more you learn it makes you just more of a stronger, powerful person.
Nah, that's fine. I can't read. I do the same thing. I can't read a book. Like ever. Like
I will if I have to. If it's something I really want to know about and they got this one book and that's the only way I can learn it, I ain't got no choice.
Yeah, but I just be sitting there thinking high as fuck, like Oh man, now I gotta research this shit. Oh,
Right, but if
what's
you
up?
really want to know about it,
Yeah, you
you
gotta
read it. Because what
yeah,
they,
yeah.
you know what they say, so they hide a lot of stuff in books.
Yeah, that's facts. I haven't read a book in so long. That's something I gotta do. What's your favorite book?
My favorite book,
Or what's the
it's probably a
last
book
book
I
you read?
didn't even finish yet. I've been reading into the Think and Grow Rich book and the Rich Dad Poor Dad book. And I like the Think and Grow Rich book because, and I suggest anybody that swear they want to be rich in life, they need to read that book because it ain't even, it's a long book. Don't get me wrong, it's a long book, but a lot of points, it will call you out about your life. And it be shit that we thinking in the back of our head, like, this is probably why I ain't where I'm at today. But when you hear it written in this book that a man wrote that got billions of dollars, and they tell you that's why you ain't get, it make you think twice about it. Like, for example, one little thing, they say sex. The people you choose to have sex with can interfere with you being successful. People don't think that's a real thing, and it is.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's
It's so facts.
it is. Like being a procrastinator stops a lot of people from being rich. People think that's a game, right? But it's really true. Once a person said that, I'm like, damn, you right. I gotta stop doing that. Even though I ain't do it a lot, but I had times where I did it. It make me feel like, all right, don't do it. You better make a decision right now. Because that's part of why some people don't be successful, because they procrastinate too much.
Yeah. Damn, that's facts. That's why I'm not rich, y'all. That's facts. I'm the biggest procrastinator ever.
Yeah, you gotta stop that. I swear, once you read it, and it's like, damn, all right. Like, all right.
Yo, my homie just sent, because I got a group chat with my homies about like stocks and shit. So they sent that book, and I was like, and that's the second person who sent that book. I forgot who else sent it, and now you brought it up.
I'm gonna give you a cheat code. You ain't even gotta read it. It's on audiobook on YouTube. I had to force myself. I listened to it like when you would listen to music. Take a break off music for a month. And when you think about listening to music, play that and just keep up with where it's at. And just listen to what they be saying.
I work for 12 hours a day so I could do it.
Do it.
I'm about to play that joint at the dispensary all day.
Yeah, they gonna be mad when they walk in there and hear that though. Like,
It's
what are
all
you
right.
listening to?
I'm be like, yo, I'm trying to be a billionaire.
For real.
Yo, but it's facts. Well, I don't know. Listening to it, I think I'm gonna have to buy it and read it.
You have fun with that. I ain't doing that.
Nah, I'm about to buy The Art of War too. That book looked big as fuck. I seen it in the store the other day.
But the Rich Dad Poor Dad though, that's a good one too, because that's a story about a young man that had a rich, I want to say his stepfather was rich and his real father was poor. And it was like the real father that was poor went to school, had a good job, and was teaching him broke habits still. And the person that didn't finish school, the father that didn't finish school but was, knew how to create businesses, was more wealthy and taught him rich habits. And it's just a book, and it show you like the typical life that we're led to believe is the right one can not lead you in the wrong way, but not lead you to riches.
Oh yeah, that's facts. Yo, that's facts. I appreciate you, yo. I appreciate you stopping through today. Yeah, we gotta cut it because fucking Mr. Green gave me the 10-minute warning already. But yeah, I appreciate you coming through and hitting me up to get on the podcast. I hope you fucking kill it. I'm excited to see your project when it comes out. You said October 16th. Mm-hmm. You got a name for it?
Pink Boss.
Pink Boss, October 16th. You want to shoot them your IG, everywhere they can find you?
Yeah, it's Big Boss Blossom. And you got to let them know everything big ain't shit little. Hello.
Facts. Make sure you tap in, like, subscribe. Make sure you go follow her on Instagram and all platforms and listen to her fucking music. Make sure you go stream Hello. It's out right now. Thank you for tuning in. Catch you on the next one.